Hello fans of Defender Sports, hope you're enjoying the game whether you're a friend or family member of a player or coach or a fan of the university. These players and coaches have put in hours and hours of practice and it shows. But going into each and every game, there's one more thing that every coach makes sure the team has, and that's a game plan. If these players and coaches are willing to put this much time into planning for a game, how much more important is putting together a game plan for your financial life? Now, the financial world continually becomes more complicated, but if you don't have either the time or the desire to spend hours upon hours learning and keeping up with the changing rules of the game in the financial world, and then figuring out how that applies specifically to your financial life, you don't have to do it alone. For over 40 years, we've been helping households to build their financial game plan upon all the things more important than finances, while being good stewards of the resources God has entrusted to their care. Because there's things in life more important than money, and none of them are things. I'm Tom DeYoung, financial planner and president of Money Concepts, the planning firm. Check us out on the web or social media. Check out our podcast at moneyconceptsradio.com or your favorite podcast app, or schedule a complimentary meeting to see how a financial game plan might benefit you. Enjoy the rest of the game and remember to spend your most valuable resources, your time and your attention, on the things in life that matter more than money.
Today's Dordt Media Network livestream broadcast is produced by the students of Dordt University. Thanks for watching.
This Dordt Media Network student-produced live stream broadcast is brought to you by Joyner and Zwart Dentistry in Orange City, offering dentures, implants, and dental care for your whole family in a modern and friendly atmosphere. And brought to you by 712 Realty, a team of realtors in Northwest Iowa with the drive, care, and the results you need to buy or sell your home. Visit them online at 712realty.com. Leading you home.
The softball classics hosted by this Dome complex and Dordt University. This is the 2 p.m. games. The host team, Dordt University, taking on Grandview in the first game of a doubleheader between these two teams. 2 and 4 the original start times. Obviously, we're a little bit behind schedule. First pitch in the books. Here we go. Alexa Kapaska delivers. And the first pitch is a ball to our leadoff hitter for Grandview, Alex Lee, a senior from Carlisle, Iowa. Grandview coming in with a 2-1 record. They went 2-1. They swept Morningside yesterday in a doubleheader, then lost to Briar Cliff in the third game late last night. Dordt 1-4 on the season. Your two head coaches for Grandview, Lou Yasinich, 21st year with the Grandview Vikings, esteemed career, and Jeff Zomer in his 15th season for the Defenders. And Kapaska delivers a strike. Just underway in this one. Thank you for joining us on the Dordt Media Network. To the leadoff hitter. We'll give you the pregame show as we go. Swing and a miss there. Count is even at 2 balls and 2 strikes to Kapaska. Grandview from the Heart of America Athletic Conference. 13 teams in that league, one of 4 teams recognized in the NAI preseason softball poll. Central Methodist at 8, Baker at 11, both Mount Mercy and Grandview receiving votes. There's a ground ball hit to third. Bryn Toringa over to Lauren Steenstra, a 5-3 ground out, and there's one away. One down in the top of the first inning. Defensively for Coach Zomer, your outfield, Brooke Rule, Aurora Tyson, and Brooklyn Cox. Your infield is Toringa at third. Alyssa Villa gets the start at shortstop. Peyton Whipple at second. Steenstra at first. Carly Olson doing the catching, and first pitch swinging. There's Peyton Whipple over to Lauren Steenstra. 2 quick outs for Grandview. And, of course, Alexa Kapaska gets the start in the circle. Kapaska 0-3. Kapaska, sophomore from Ames, Iowa, 0-3 record, making her third start, fourth appearance, a 6.79 ERA, 11 and a third innings. 4 strikeouts, 5 walks. 2 down quickly in this contest. And batting will be Rachel Anderson, the senior from Eldridge, Iowa. She's in the number 3 spot. And then she grounds one past the third baseman, Toringa, and into left field. And a 2-out single for Anderson. 2-out single for Rachel Anderson. Now batting will be the pitcher, Jessica Waljasper. Waljasper hitting .333, 3 out of 9, couple of doubles, 3 RBIs. First pitch to Waljasper is a ball. 1-0 count. Kapaska delivers. Next one misses low. And the count is even. Oh, no, it's at 2-0. 2-0 count. And the next one is 3-0. 3-0 the count with 2 down, top of the first inning. And a strike called at the knees. 3-1 the count. Couple of ground outs to start things off. And Waljasper fouls the next pitch off. And the count is full, 3-2. Three balls, 2 strikes with 2 down. Fly ball to right field. Brooklyn Cox makes the underhand grab. And the catch in shallow right field. And the defenders and their pitcher, Alexa Kapaska, pitch around a 2-out single by Grandview. No runs, 1 hit, no errors. And we'll head to the bottom half, the home half of the first inning. No score between Grandview and Dordt University. It's been a busy day for Defender Athletics. Women's basketball hosting College of St. Mary as we speak. Leading at the half 50-25. Baseball split a pair of games today. Baseball scoreboard, they beat William Penn 5-1 and lost to St. Mary. They completed the 4-game set last 2 days, going 2-2 for Coach Bacon. Track and field up at SDSU. A lot of results there, and men's volleyball as well in action. No scores. We head to the bottom of the first inning. And the defenders will come to bat. Dordt hitting .286 as a team. They've scored 22 runs, just over 4 runs per game, about 7 hits per contest. .286 batting average. Grandview defensively, it'll be Meester and Harmon and Lee in the outfield. Your infield, Kais, Kotlowski, Miracle, and Nokel. Your catcher, Rachel Anderson. And a very good pitcher in the circle, Jessica Waljasper is the pitcher. Senior from Urbandale, Iowa. Waljasper, two-time all-conference player. She went 14-8 last year. She's already 1-0 this season. 7 innings, 5 hits, 2 runs, 17 strikeouts, and 2 walks for Walljasper in the win over Morningside yesterday. Leading off for the defenders will be Brooke Rule, one of the newcomers to the defenders. Give you Rule's numbers here in a moment as she pops one. That's going to hit the roof, and it will be a foul ball. Rule, 5 out of 17, hitting .294. 2 extra base hits. She's got a triple and a home run, 3 RBIs for Rule. Junior from Akron, Colorado, transfer from Northeast Junior College in Colorado. As the leadoff hitter, and the pitch pops one up. That is not going to hit the ceiling. Will be a live ball. Coming in to make the catch is Kylie Miracle for out number 1. So Rule pops up to the infield. That'll bring up Carly Olson for the defenders. Olson hitting .400, 6 out of 15 with 5 RBIs. 6 hits, 6 out of 15, 3 runs scored for the senior catcher, Carly Olson. Olson, a senior from Spirit Lake, Iowa. And here comes the 1-0 pitch. Called a strike. 1 ball, 1 strike. Zomer in his 15th season. 2010 was his first year. He's made the GPAC tournament 11 times. Missed it just twice. The 3rd time was a COVID year, so that really doesn't count against him. There's a ground ball to the shortstop. Kotlowski over to first, just in time to get Carly Olson, and there's 2 down. Base is empty, 2 down, bottom of the 1st inning. Scoreless between Grandview and Dordt. Zomer closing in on the 300 win mark. Longest tenured, winningest coach all time. Last year they led the defenders to a 35-13 record, which was a school record in wins. 16-6, tied with Midland and Morningside for 2nd place in the conference last year. They earned the number 4 seed in the conference tournament. That was the most conference wins under Zomer and since 2002 for the defenders. And the pitch to the number 3 hitter. This is Aurora Tyson, junior outfielder from Georgetown, Texas. Tyson, the top hitter, 8 out of 17, 471 batting average. 3 runs scored, 6 RBIs. 6 RBIs is a team lead, too. 2 balls, 1 strike to Aurora Tyson if she should reach. It'll be Croyce batting. 2 down, bases empty, no score between Dordt and Grandview. Game 1 of this double dip. And the pitch. Off the plate. Count now 3-1 to Aurora Tyson. Dordt picked 5th out of 12 teams in the GPAC preseason poll behind Midland, Northwestern, Morningside, and Jamestown. Here's the 3-1. Putting a good swing on it was Tyson. Fouls it. And the count is full, 3-2 to Aurora Tyson. Defenders playing without 5th-year senior Emma Grun. Got banged up at the end of the game yesterday in the doubleheader against Mount Mercy, starting shortstop typically. Fly ball, shallow right field, and the second baseman, Miracle, is going to make the catch in front of right fielder Alex Lee. No runs, no hits, no errors. Dordt goes out down in order. We'll head to the 2nd inning, and we'll take a break. We'll come back with more Defender Softball on the Dordt Media Network.
One thing I always say is who's surrounding your kids. We feel strongly in investing in a Christian education. Knowing that they will be surrounded in a Christian community was huge to us.
Dordt challenges, they're not going to back away from having those difficult discussions about how we as Christians should be part of the world, but we know that the people that are alongside of our kids have that same perspective, same worldview that we have, that every square inch of our lives belongs to the Lord.
This broadcast also brought to you by Vision Realty. We are polished, experienced, and professional, offering excellence every step of the way. We are the vision you can trust.
And brought to you by Pizza Ranch, buffet, carry out, or delivery.
And brought to you by Ployne Publishing, quality printing from design to delivery. Ployne Publishing.
Welcome back to the American State Bank Sports Complex as we head to the top of the second inning. No score between Grandview and Dordt University. Thank you for joining us. We're live on the Dordt Media Network. Shout out to the Dordt Media Network crew for putting the video production piece of this broadcast possible. No score. Leading off for Grandview will be Mackenzie Meester, senior from Burt, Iowa. Meester, a .375 average, 3 out of 8. Pops one foul to the left side. Top of the second inning, bases empty. Grandview, a team that went 33-17 last year. Lost in the Heart of America Conference Tournament. They went 2-2 in the conference tournament. Fell a game or two shy of the national tournament. Qualified for the national tournament in 2022 under Coach Lou Yasinich, the veteran head coach. 21st season, and Kapaska strikes out Meester, and there's one away. First strikeout for Alexa Kapaska, one of the returning starters for the Defenders and their pitching staff. And now batting will be Olivia Keyes, junior from Olathe, Kansas. Swings at the first pitch, fouls it off, and it's 0-1 to Keyes. Keyes, the batter, her numbers. She is 1 out of 8, hitting .125 on the season. Her one hit was a triple, has scored 2 runs. She smokes one, but right at the shortstop via for the second out. So 2 down, top of the second inning. And coming up next for Grandview will be Mia Nolker, senior from Overland Park, Kansas. Nolker, the first baseman. Nolker, the batter. Her second plate appearance of the season. She's 0 for 1. Takes a strike, 0-1 the count. Bases empty and 2 down. Top of the second inning. Grandview against Dordt. Coach Yasinich, 635 wins coming into the season. 9-time NAI qualifier. Last time was in 2022. They made it 2 straight years, 2021, 2022. Also made it 5 straight years from 2015 to 2019. Very good program are the Grandview Vikings under Coach Lou Yasinich. Played baseball at Grandview. Member of the Fast Pitch Hall of Fame and the Grandview Hall of Fame. Again, they went 33-17 last year, returning 2 pitchers from a year ago and 4 everyday players from their batting order. 2-2 count to Mia Nolker. The pitch from Kapaska fouled off. And we'll still do it again at 2-2. One of 13 teams in the Heart of America Athletic Conference. It's a very good league. Mount Mercy and Baker playing at this weekend classic. They're also from that league, the Heart of America Athletic Conference. Clark, Graceland, Central Methodist, Benedictine, Culver Stockton, William Penn, all part of that conference. Next pitch by Kapaska. Count is full, 3-2. 3 balls, 2 strikes. And that's ball 4 to Nolker. And that'll bring up Chloe Kotlowski, sophomore from Des Moines, Iowa. 2-out walk to Nolker. Kotlowski, the batter, 2 out of 6, hitting .333. And the first pitch from Kapaska. This is high and away. 1 ball, no strikes. Grandview's had a couple of base runners. A 2-out hit by Rachel Anderson. And then a walk to Nolker. The 1-0 from Kapaska. This is low. And it's 2-0. Grandview, a 7-2 win, an 11-3 win in 5 innings. Yesterday over Morningside, they lost 4-3 to Briar Cliff in the nightcap in a 3-game set. That one hops the second baseman, Peyton Whipple, over to Steenstra. And Grandview is retired. We're scoreless after an inning and a half. We'll take a break. Come back with more Defender Softball on the Dordt Media Network in a moment.
I chose Dordt because it has a Christian perspective. I also chose Dordt because I knew that it was a program that I could do on my own time. If someone was interested in doing the MPA program, I would say that it's worth your time to investigate. I'm active in my church, I'm very busy at work, I'm busy with my family, and in doing all that, I was able to do it. And I think that if I can, you can too.
Welcome back to the American State Bank Sports Complex. No score through an inning and a half between Dordt and Grandview. These two teams meeting for the 9th time. Last time, Grandview beat Dordt last year 5-1 here at the Dome. Prior to that, the last meeting was in 2002. First ever meeting was in 1985. Teams are 4-4 against one another. Due up for the defenders will be the 4, 5, 6 spots in the order. Chloe Kreis, freshman from Rutherford, North Carolina, will be the batter. She's in the designated player spot. And that one is a foul ball. Kreis 4 out of 10 with an RBI. Has a double to her credit. One of the newcomers to the lineup. Kreis leading off the bottom of the second inning. It'll be Kreis, Villa, and Steenstra. Here's the 1-2. Good cut at that one for Kreis. Fouls it off, still 1-2. 1-2 the count. Checking to see if on the other field the game is over. Morningside swept 11th ranked Baker. Got a 6-4 win in the nightcap. It's a good couple of wins for Morningside. They were a 6-5 win in game 1 in 9 innings, 6-4 win in game 2. Kreis, 2-2 count. Here's the pitch from Wall Jasper. Hit well, left center field. That's going to be caught. Highlight reel catch. Olivia Harmon, the center fielder, dives in and takes a base hit away from Kreis. That's one down in the bottom of the second inning. Great catch by Kreis, or by the center fielder Harmon. And that's going to bring up the shortstop, Alyssa Villa. Villa, freshman from Merced, California. Villa hitting .375, 3 out of 8 with 2 runs scored on the season. Gets the start at shortstop. 1 ball, no strikes to Villa. Called strike, caught the inside corner. Evens the count at 1 ball and 1 strike. 1-1 count to Villa. No score, bottom of the second inning. Steenstra waits on deck. Swing and a miss by Villa. And it's 1-2. Defenders looking for their first base runner of the contest. And the 1-2 pitch from Wall Jasper. The pitch. Little inside out swing. Wall Jasper has to hurry over to first in time. Got Villa by a half a step on the full swing bunt, and there's 2 down. It's going to bring up Steenstra, Lauren Steenstra, sophomore from Wyoming, Michigan. Steenstra, one of 6 returning starters in the everyday lineup for Coach Zomer. Steenstra last year hit 257, 28 out of 109. Had a home run, 16 RBIs. Steenstra looking for her first hit. She has a run scored, a couple of RBIs for Steenstra. Base is empty and 2 down. And a 1-1 count now to Steenstra. If she should reach, it'll be Bryn Toringa. 2 down, base is empty. 5 straight sent down by Jessica Waljasper for the Vikings. That one just misses low. 2 balls and a strike to Steenstra. Steenstra batting in the 6th spot. First baseman for the defenders. Pops this one up, and that is going to be a foul ball. It hit the roof in fair territory, and if it does that, it's a live ball. The defense can make the catch. If they don't make the catch, it's a foul ball. That is how the ruling is. Now there's an asterisk there. We'll deal with that if it happens, and I'll explain it to you. And another 1-2. Swing and a miss. And a 1-2-3 inning for Grandview and their 2-time all-conference pitcher Jessica Waljasper at the end of 2. No run. It's scoreless. Dort, no runs, no hits, no errors. We'll take a break. Come back with more Defender Softball on the Dort Media Network.
If you're considering Dort, I would definitely say to come visit. It's a very unique environment and community that is not like anything else that I've seen. It's just a great opportunity to get involved on campus, especially with the different spiritual growth opportunities like small groups and worship. I'm actually fortunate enough to serve on one of the worship teams. I lead worship at chapel. Just all those great things that have really helped me grow as a person, both in my faith and just in academics. Take into account what you really want out of college. Do you just want a good job, or do you want an experience that's going to change the direction of your life?
Top of the 3rd inning we go in a fastly moving game. Game 1 of this doubleheader between Grandview and the Dort University Defenders. No score. Grandview coming to bat in the top of the 3rd. Grandview coming to bat. Alexa Kapaska, the defender pitcher, has given up 1 hit. She's walked 1. Leading off is Olivia Harmon, junior from Muscatine, Iowa. Harmon hitting .400, 4 out of 10, a couple of runs scored. Squares to bunt, pulls it back, and a 4-pitch walk to Harmon. And she is aboard. Here comes the top of the order in Alexis Lee. Lee will be the batter. She's 0 for 1. Lee, 4 out of 10 on the season, hitting .400. Those are your up-to-date stats. Second walk issued by Kapaska. And Grandview, it's an out at first. Grandview, it should be out because she's standing on the wrong base. So it's 3U. There are 2 bases there, an orange and a white. And she was, once you're on base and you step on the orange, that's the wrong one. You got to step on the white. So now Coach Yasinich asking for an explanation. Right now the base runner is out. Harmon, who drew a walk for the first out. We'll see if that ruling holds. Basketball, Dort basketball, the women It's an island game, just the women's game, 62-39 in the third quarter. The defenders lead College of St. Mary. Baseball split their games today down in Kansas. They finished the weekend going 2-2. Losing to St. Mary in the nightcap 4-2. But beating William Penn in game 1 5-1 in that four-game set. Doubleheader played today to complete the four-game set. Play is going to be upheld. So there's one out and the base is empty in the top of the order. Alexis Lee, the senior from Carlisle, Iowa, will be the batter. Lee, all-conference player last year. She hit .375 last year. She's hitting .400 this year. And Lee takes low for a ball. 1 ball, no strikes to the leadoff hitter, Alexis Lee, starting right fielder for Grandview. No score. Top of the third inning. Early pitchers duel between Waljasper for Grandview and Kapaska for the defenders. Kapaska fires it in there. It's a strike. Evens the count. 1 ball, 1 strike. Defensively for Dordt, their outfield again, Rule, Tyson, and Cox. Your infield, Toringa, Villa, Whipple, and Steenstra. Olson and Kapaska is the battery. 1 down, top of the third, nobody on. For the leadoff hitter, Lee. Takes low. Dordt coming in with a 1-4 record. Grandview at 2-1. This is the first of 2 between these two teams. They'll play back-to-back here in the traditional doubleheader. 2 balls and a strike. The pitch from Kapaska. Hit well, but foul. Evens the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Two and 2 the count. To the leadoff hitter, Alex Lee. And the pitch from Kapaska coming up. Bouncer, comebacker. Kapaska fields it over to first in time for out number 2. Kapaska to Steenstra, 2 down and the base is empty. And that'll bring up Kylie Miracle. Miracle 0 for 1. 2 down and the base is empty. Top of the third. Grandview has had 2 base runners. 3 actually. A hit and 2 walks. The last walk was quickly erased for standing on the wrong base. Miracle takes high. Ball 1. 1-0 the count to Miracle. Miracle, the second baseman. Another returning starter for Coach Yasinich. Miracle, 4 out of 12, hitting .333 on the season. Takes low, 2-0 the count. 2 balls, no strikes. To the second baseman, Miracle. Here's the pitch. That is hit well, but caught by Alyssa Villa, the defender shortstop. And that's going to end the top half of the third inning. No runs. No hits, no errors. At the end of 2.5, we're still scoreless here at the Dome. Be back with more Defender softball on the Dordt Media Network in a moment.
This Dordt Media Network broadcast is brought to you by Sioux Concrete Construction. Rob Suin, owner, excelling in flat work, poured walls, decorative concrete projects, dedicated to providing customers with a good experience and quality workmanship. SiouxConcrete.com.
And brought to you by Huber's Plumbing and Heating. Whether you're looking for repairs, replacement, or maintenance for your air conditioning or heating system, Huber's Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning in Orange City will exceed your expectations. We are back at the American State Bank Sports Complex, site of the Softball Classic, the February 9 and 10 version of it. Few game highlights. Nice play by Jessica Waljasper, getting out of the circle and making the play over at first. A tight play there. Courtesy of the Dordt Media Network is that highlight. We're scoreless heading into the bottom of the third inning between these two teams. Leading off for the defenders will be Bryn Toringa, sophomore infielder from Oostburg, Wisconsin. Takes a strike. And it's 0-1 to Toringa, another returning starter for Coach Jeff Zomer's squad. 16 out of 84 last year. Toringa, 2 out of 5, hitting .400 this season for Toringa. Fouls the pitch off, falls behind 0-2. Jessica Waljasper, the pitcher for Grandview, senior from Urbandale, thrown a lot of innings for Grandview over the years, 2-time all-conference player. 0-2 the count to Toringa, fouls it off, stays alive in the at-bat. Waljasper is not giving up a hit. Has 1 strikeout to her credit through 2 innings. Toringa, Whipple, and Cox, 7, 8, 9 hitters. Here's the 0-2. Swing and a miss. Strikeout number 2 for Waljasper, and there's 1 out here in the bottom of the 3rd inning. It's going to bring up Peyton Whipple. Whipple, a sophomore from Longwood, Florida, transfer from Oklahoma Wesleyan. Whipple on the season. Looking for her first hit. First one is swing and a miss. Second baseman for the Defenders. 0-1 the count to Peyton Whipple. No score, bottom of the 3rd inning, 1 out in game 1 of the doubleheader. Swing and a miss there. Whipple unable to catch up to the Waljasper fastball, and there's 0-2 now to Whipple with Brooklyn Cox on deck. 0-2 the count. Waljasper's got some pitches to work with here. Strike 3 called. Back-to-back strikeouts for Waljasper. And there's 2 down. And Brooklyn Cox will be the batter. Cox a returning starter for Coach Jeff Zomer's squad. Cox on the season hitting .333, 3 out of 9 with a couple of runs scored. Number 9 hitter, Rule, and the top of the defender order up next. And Cox bunts it foul. 0-1 to Brooklyn Cox. That's 3 straight strikeouts recorded by Waljasper. Ended the last inning with a strikeout to Steenstra. Struck out Toringa, Whipple. Ahead in the count, 0-1 to Cox. The pitch. Checks her swing. She went around, says the home plate umpire. And it's 0-2 to Brooklyn Cox. Defender basketball team in front 69-45's start of the 4th quarter. And the pitch. Ground ball, right side. Second baseman Miracle, nice play. But beating it out is Cox, who gets down the line well. And the Defenders have their first hit of the game. A 2-out infield single by Brooklyn Cox. Brooke Rule will step to the plate with 2 outs. Rule, the leadoff hitter, 0 for 1 on the day. Grounded out her first time up. And the pitch by Waljasper. There goes Cox over to second. And is safe. Slid under the tag. Brooklyn Cox with a stolen base. And the Defenders have a runner in scoring position. Cox now 2 for 2 in stolen bases on the season. No score. Defenders with a runner at second with 2 down. For the leadoff hitter, Brooke Rule. Rule, a transfer from Northeast Junior College, located in Colorado. Rule from Akron, Colorado. She's a junior, a newcomer to the Defender team. Each team with 1 hit through nearly 3 innings. And the pitch. Swing and a miss by Rule. And Rule strikes out. That's going to end the 3rd inning. Strikeout number 4 for Waljasper. No runs, 1 hit, no errors at the end of 3. We're still scoreless here at the American State Bank Sports Complex. More from the Dome after this short break. You're watching Defender Softball, Dordt Media Network.
American State Bank is celebrating our 50th anniversary, and we couldn't have made it this far without your support. For us, banking just scratches the surface. We pride ourselves in our commitment to our communities, building meaningful relationships with our customers, and doing our best to have some fun along the way. We're proud to be a locally owned and operated bank, supporting the communities we serve. Thank you for choosing American State Bank. We can't wait to see what the next 50 years have in store.
thanks to these Dort Media Network sponsors: Ski Bout Window and Door, your local window experts. Whether building or replacing, we have the products, people, and knowledge to get the job done right. See Ski Bout and see the difference. Ski Bout Window and Door.
Thanks to M&H True Value. Behind every project is a true value. Start right, start here. M&H True Value.
No score as we head to the top of the fourth inning between Dort and Grandview. Thank you for joining us for Defender Softball right here on the Dort Media Network. We're at the American State Bank Sports Complex near the campus of Dort University. This is the second weekend softball classic hosted here and hosted by Dort. Last week, February 2 and 3 was week 1. This is weekend number 2 of 4 straight weekends in February that this facility and Dort University are co-hosting, really, a softball classic. Dort and Grandview scoreless after 3 innings. Top of the fourth inning we go. It'll be Grandview coming to bat. Rachel Anderson, who has the only hit for the Vikings thus far to lead things off, the senior from Eldridge, Iowa, a 2-out single last time. 3, 4, 5 spots in the order: Anderson, Waljasper, and Meester. And if anyone should reach, it'll be Kais. Top of the fourth inning in a quick moving ball game. First pitch swinging, it's going to hit the roof, and it's a live ball, and coming away with it. Nice play by Peyton Whipple, who comes in to make the catch for out number 1. So Whipple with the catch, 1 out, and that'll bring up the pitcher, Jessica Waljasper, who's 0 for 1. Waljasper, the batter, coming into game 1, 3 out of 9. Swings at the first pitch, fouls it off. 0-1 to Waljasper. 3 out of 9 on the season. Coming into this game, 3 out of 10 now, hitting 300. Defender basketball team ranked number 1 in the NAI. They will get the win. They're up 71-48 in the fourth quarter against College of St. Mary. It's the Island game. There is no men's game. The men get the weekend off, and they'll play 2 more home games next week, Wednesday, Saturday, Jamestown and Concordia. Fly ball, it's going to hit the ceiling and foul fair territory. Caught by the right fielder, Brooklyn Cox, for the second out. 2 up, 2 down for Grandview. Now batting will be the left fielder, Mackenzie Meester, senior from Burt, Iowa. 2 down and the base is empty. Meester, left-handed batter. Returning letter winner. Had 40 at-bats last year and returns as a starter. 1 ball, no strikes to Meester. 2 down and the base is empty. Top of the fourth inning. No score. The pitch. High and tight with the fastball. Kapaska has pitched well, given up just 1 hit, walked 3. 1 strikeout. Goes high and tight there. And here's the 2-0. Fly ball, and that's going to hit the roof. And the defender's unable to come up with it. You never know where it's going to deflect. Those are tougher plays than you think when it hits the ceiling in fair territory, and you can make the catch defensively, but just don't know where it's going to bounce to. 2 balls and a strike to Meester. And the 2-1 pitch from Kapaska. This is down and away. 3-1 the count to Alexa Kapaska. Over on the far field, probably getting underway. Minnesota Crookston against Mount Marty. Crookston, an NCAA Division II school. Pitch by Kapaska is fouled back. Count will be full to Meester. Minnesota Crookston, part of the Northern Sun League, a pretty big league in NCAA Division II ranks. Coming down to play here at the Classic. And the payoff pitch from Kapaska misses high. And a 2-out walk to Meester. It's going to bring up Olivia Kais. Kais 0 for 1. 2-out walk to Meester. Meester, the base runner, 2 for 2 in stolen bases. See if she gets running here. First pitch is low. Good stop by Olson. Olson, very good catcher for the defenders. Olson, the second team all-conference catcher. Senior. And that one is going to hit the roof, and it's going to be caught by the second baseman, Whipple. That was the third out that hit the roof of that inning. No runs, no hits, a walk, but no errors. At the end of 3.5, we're still scoreless between Grandview and Dordt, but more Defender softball in a moment.
We understand how complex the financial landscape can be to navigate. Our goal is to free up your hands so that you can focus on what is most important in life.
At Premier Communications, we're all about connection, connecting you to all the entertainment, work, and family you love with our phone, internet, cable TV, and tech support services. And now, that connection has gotten even faster with internet speeds up to 1 gig. Experience the next level of connection with Premier Communications. Visit us online at mypremieronline.com or call toll-free 800-741-8351. Premier Communications, looking ahead.
Bottom of the 4th inning we go. Scoreless between Dordt and Grandview. Carly Olson will lead things off for the defenders. 0 for 1 for the senior catcher. 2, 3, 4 spots in the order. Olson, Tyson, along with Croyce. And if anyone should reach, it'll be Villa. Olson, the batter, coming into the doubleheader. 6 out of 15 for a 400 batting average. 5 RBIs, second on the team behind Tyson in the RBI category. Here's the pitch from Waljasper. This is high and outside. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Olson. Olson, 4-year starter for the defenders and Coach Jeff Zomer. And the left-handed hitting catcher takes low. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Carly Olson. 2-2 the count. And Waljasper gets the sign from her catcher, Anderson. Misses high. And the count is 3-2 to Carly Olson. Each team with 1 hit. Rachel Anderson had a single back in the first inning. Brooklyn Cox had a single last inning for the defenders. Payoff pitch coming to Olson. The pitch ripped but caught by the shortstop. Chloe Kotlowski with a catch as Olson hit it well, right on the nose, but an out for the defenders. Right at the shortstop, who had to take a couple of paces to her left but makes the play. And that's going to bring up Aurora Tyson. Tyson, 8 out of 18 at the plate. Hitting .460. He's got 1 extra base hit, a double to go with 6 RBIs, which leads the team. 1 ball, no strikes to Tyson, the center fielder. Takes a strike there, evens the count at 1-1. Already we're at the 10th tee box. We're halfway through this one. Bottom of the 4th inning. 1 ball, 1 strike. And the pitch from Waljasper. Hit well, short ops the second baseman. Miracle over to Nolker for the second out. And there's 2 down. That's going to bring up Chloe Croyce. Croyce will be the batter with the bases empty and 2 down. Croyce 0 for 1 today here in game number 1. Busy day, busy weekend for Defender Athletics. Basketball on the verge of winning against College of St. Mary. Midway through the 4th quarter. Croyce fouls the first pitch off 0-1. Baseball went 2-2 in a 4-game set played down in Kansas. Softball, this is their third game of the weekend. They played yesterday. This is game 1 today. Track and field competing at multiple sites. Mount Marty yesterday, SDSU both days. Men's volleyball team hosting an invite the last 2 days. Cheer and dance also in competitions. Fly ball, left side, does not hit the roof. Coming over to make the play is Kotlowski. And a 1-2-3 inning, bottom of the 4th inning. After 4, we're scoreless between Grandview and Dordt. More Defender softball coming up on the Dordt Media Network in a moment.
Today's broadcast brought to you by Beaver Eye Care, serving Sioux Center and the surrounding communities for over 30 years. Come see Dr. Paul Beaver, Dr. Dan Klausing, or Dr. Reese Beaver for all your comprehensive eye care needs. This broadcast also brought to you by Vision Realty. We are polished, experienced, and professional, offering excellence every step of the way. We are the vision you can trust.
Welcome to Sioux Center, Iowa. Life in the center of everything. Where we connect with friends, coworkers, family, and the great outdoors. Knowing that in Sioux Center, you're never far from making the next great memory. And we grow great companies that make cutting-edge breakthroughs to make life better here and around the world. And when it's time to play, we keep friendship, family, and a bright future at the center of everything.
Already the top of the 5th inning, scoreless here. American State Bank Sports Complex. We are on the East Field. Grandview and Dordt playing the game 1 of a doubleheader. Top of the 5th inning, Grandview coming to bat. It'll be Nolker. Drew a walker first time up. We're at the 7, 8, 9 spots in the order. Nolker, Kotlowski, and Harmon. Alexa Kapaska out to start her 5th inning of work for the Defenders, and head coach Jeff Zomer talked about the busy weekend. Got some men's volleyball. Last night they lost to Missouri Valley in straight sets, but this morning beat St. Ambrose in straight sets. They'll play one more match at 5 p.m. against number 5 Grandview. Coach Chad Hansen and the men's volleyball team, and season just started. Opening weekend was last weekend up at Jamestown. One ball, 2 strikes to the first baseman, Nolker, with Kotlowski and Harmon on deck and in the hole. Here's the pitch. This is low, and Kapaska walks Nolker for the 2nd time. And Grandview has the leadoff batter aboard for the first time in this one in the top of the 5th inning. So runner at first. We're going to run for Nolker, it looks like. First sub of the game. Got a lot of subs this morning with Northwestern and Mount Mercy. This is the first sub, so kind of a nice reprieve. You got to stay in tune. Baseball, softball stats. Coach Lou Yasinich making a substitution. We'll get you the name. It will be Grace Hagel, sophomore from Creston, Iowa, running at first after the leadoff walk to Nolker. Kotlowski is the batter. 0 for 1 on the day. The shortstop for the Vikings shows bunt, squares to bunt, puts it down. Third baseman wants it. Double clutches. And everyone is going to be safe. That little hesitation was enough as Kotlowski beats it out. First and second, nobody out for Grandview, and Harmon will be the batter. She drew a walker first time up. Grandview in business here in the top of the 5th inning. Puts down a bunt in foul territory, picked up by Olson, the defender catcher. 0-1 the count. 0-1 the count. To the number 9 hitter, center fielder, Olivia Harmon. Pitch is high by Kapaska. And the defender defense rotating. Third baseman's charging. The shortstop covers third because there's a runner at second. 1 ball, 1 strike. To Harmon, the pitch. Popped it up. Kapaska unable to get it. Now throws it down the line, and that's going to get a run in. On the throwing error by Kapaska, and Grandview scores the first run of the game off of the bunt by Harmon. It's an unearned run, I believe, at least for the time being. Runners now go to second and third with nobody out. And the top of the order coming up with Lee. Alex Lee 0 for 2 on the day. So Grandview breaks through with a run here. And another bunt down. That's going to get another run. Olsen over to first. And the run from second is safe as she slides in ahead of the tag. Grandview scores 2 on that play. Lee is out at first. Kotlowski and Hagel both safe, and it is now 3-0 Grandview with the lead. Bang, bang play at first, and sliding ahead of the tag was Harmon. So it should be 3-0 with 1 out and the base is empty. And the number 2 hitter, Kylie Miracle, will be the batter. Pitch is a strike. 0-1 the count to Miracle, who's 0 for 2 on the day. Miracle, the batter. That one is driven to center field. Making the catch is Aurora Tyson for out number 2. 2 down and the base is empty. And due up will be Rachel Anderson. Anderson comes to the plate with 2 down. Grandview with 3 runs across. Seems kind of strange, but Lee with a 2-run sac bunt. Can't say that a lot. First pitch to Anderson is a ball. 1 ball, no strikes to the number 3 hitter Anderson. Wall Jasper up next. Hoping for a chance. Next pitch is down and away. Women's basketball, a final score, 77-58, a win over College of St. Mary as the defenders get the win at the DeWitt. Next pitch is outside, 2-1 the count. Dordt now with 4 games remaining, 18-0 in the league. 23-1 overall. Ground ball into the hole. Villa, long throw in time over to Steenstra to end the top of the 5th inning. But Grandview breaks through with 3 runs in the inning. They lead Dordt 3-0. Home half of the 5th coming up. We'll have it for you on the Dordt Media Network in a moment. Today's Dordt Media Network live stream broadcast is produced by the students of Dordt University.
And brought to you by Pizza Ranch. Buffet, carry out, or delivery.
Joyner and Zvort Dentistry, providing the latest in dental technology in a warm, comfortable, and relaxing environment. And brought to you by Ployne Publishing, quality printing from design to delivery. Ployne Publishing.
Taking a look at a few of the highlights from earlier in this one. Nice catch by Brooklyn Cox out in right field. Grandview's second baseman, Kylie Miracle, with a short hop fielding play. And here's how Grandview scored 2 of those runs on a sac bunt out at first, but the runner at second and third scored to make it 3-0. Number 20 is at first base. Navia Randall checking in to play first base for Grandview, freshman from Creston, Iowa. Defenders coming to bat, bottom of the 5th inning, down 3-0 now. Malmarty leading Minnesota Crookston on the other field. 1-0 seems to be the score over there. And due up for the defenders in this one, bottom of the 5th inning, is Villa, and Villa pops one, caught by the shortstop, and there's one out. Alyssa Villa is retired on the pop-up. That's going to bring up Lauren Steenstra. Steenstra 0 for 1 with a strikeout. Steenstra swing and a miss there. 0-1 the count to Steenstra. Oh, 1 the count to Steenstra with Torringa on deck. 3-0 Grandview with the lead in the bottom of the 5th inning. And Wall Jasper delivers. Foul ball off of the catcher's mask, off of Anderson's mask, and she'll take some time. Hopefully she's going to be okay. It's got to be a jolt. 0-2 the count to Steenstra. And they're going to take a timeout here to check on the catcher, Rachel Anderson, who just took 2 off the face mask. Coach Lou Yasinich. Sure, let's take a 30. We'll be back in more Defender softball in a moment.
Today's broadcast brought to you by the Grain House in Hull. They have amazing coffee, energy drinks, breakfast, lunch, and more. With a big city feel, located only 10 minutes away in Sioux Center, they have a second location opening next year in Sanborn. Today's broadcast brought to you by Snyder Insurance and Financial Group of Sioux Center, offering life, health, Medicare supplements, annuities, and more. Trusted service and exceptional products with you in mind since 1973.
Thanks to Prairie Life Chiropractic, combining skill and expertise that spans the entire chiropractic, acupuncture, and physical health spectrum. They want you to move better and live better.
And today's live stream broadcast brought to you by Verhoof Automotive. Verhoof Automotive in Sioux Center is your local Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, Chevrolet, and Buick dealer. Verhoof Automotive, worth the drive from anywhere. Welcome back to the American State Bank Sports Complex. Rachel Anderson, the Vikings catcher, after taking a couple of foul balls off the mask, she will check out, and Reese Cooley, freshman from West Des Moines, Iowa, will take over as the catcher. Kind of unusual, but at mid-count, Lauren Steenstra, the batter, fouled back-to-back pitches off and right back to the catcher. Steenstra down in the count, 0-2. The pitch by Wall Jasper. Off speed, misses low. Count is 1-2 to Steenstra. Torringa on deck for the defenders. Dordt down 3-0. Bottom of the 5th inning. And the pitch. Well hit, but foul. Count remains 1 ball and 2 strikes to Steenstra. 1-2 the count to Steenstra. Grandview scored all three runs in the top of the 5th inning. Got a couple of hits, a walk, an error on the defenders. Ground ball right back to Wall Jasper. Steps and throws to first in time, and there's 2 down. Bryn Torringa will be the batter. Torringa the batter with 2 down and the bases empty. Torringa 0 for 1 with a strikeout. Defenders with 1 hit so far. 2-out single by Brooklyn Cox, the number 9 hitter. Toringa swing and a miss there, 0-1 for the defender third baseman. 0-1 the count to Toringa. Peyton Whipple hoping for a chance for the defenders. Strike two. Waljasper has struck out 4, has given up just 1 hit, no walks for Waljasper, the senior right-handed pitcher for the Vikings. 1-2 the count, and the pitch. Off speed, and Toringa stays in the at-bat, fouls it off, gets a foul tip. 0-2 the count to Toringa. And the pitch popped up. That is going to be an out. No, now the umpire is going to rule it foul. Foul ball. It hit the ceiling in foul territory. Initially, he ruled it as a fair ball, and therefore it was caught and an out. But this is going to overrule and go to a foul ball. 0-2 the count. That one hits Toringa, and that's going to bring up Peyton Whipple. So Toringa hit by a pitch with 2 out, and Whipple will be the batter. She's 0 for 1 with a strikeout. 3-0, bottom of 5. Grandview with the lead. Game 2 will follow here on the East Field. This is our 3rd round of games. It started at 10 a.m. this morning. We had a 10 a.m., then a noon. These are the 2 o'clock games going on both the East and West Field. Whipple takes a strike at the belt. 0-1 the count to Whipple. Cox on deck for the defenders. Dordt with its second base runner of the game. Single back in the 3rd inning by Cox was the first base runner. Now Toringa hit by a pitch. There goes the runner. Swing and a miss there. Throw not in time. And Toringa with a stolen base. Toringa with a stolen base. Her first of the season for Toringa. Sophomore from Oostburg, Wisconsin, moves into scoring position. Now we need a 2-out hit here. Whipple down in the count, 0-2. Swing and a miss. And strike 3. Dordt goes down in the bottom of the 5th inning. It's 3-0 Grandview with the lead. We'll take a break. Come back with more Defender Softball on the Dordt Media Network.
Today's broadcast brought to you by German Farmers Mutual, protecting the farm and home since 1981. Northwest Iowa's local insurance partner, online at germanfarmers.com. Today's broadcast is sponsored by Northside Body Shop. When you expect the very best in the repair of your vehicle, call Northside Body Shop Limited today, serving the Sioux Center area since 1955. 712-722-2313.
Special thanks to all our Dordt Media Network sponsors. Volink Enterprises Incorporated, building homes for families and businesses in Northwest Iowa since 1962. Let's work together to bring your vision into reality. Volink Enterprises Incorporated. Today's broadcast is brought to you by the Van Engelenhoven Agency, your trusted independent insurance agency throughout Northwest Iowa. Contact the Van Engelenhoven Agency Sioux Center advisors Mark Holsoff or Lisa Dykstra. Welcome back to the American State Bank Sports Complex. We go to the top of the 6th inning. Grandview in front of Dordt, the host team. 3-0 is the score. Jessica Waljasper, the cleanup hitter and pitcher for the Vikings to start off, followed by Meester, Kais, 4, 5, 6 spots in the order. If anyone should reach, it will be Randall. Waljasper, the batter, 0 for 2. So far against Alexa Kapaska, the pitcher of record for the defenders. And there's a comebacker caught by Kapaska for the first out. Kapaska catches the line out, 1 away in the top of the 6th inning. And that'll bring up the left fielder Meester. Mackenzie Meester, 0 for 1 with a walk, is also struck out. Kapaska has held Grandview to just 3 hits. She has walked 4 and has 1 strikeout. Dordt did commit the throwing error that helped lead to the 3 runs for Grandview in the 5th inning. 3-0 is the lead here in game number 1. And the pitch by Kapaska. Slow bouncer to Whipple over at second for the out. Whipple to Steenstra, and there's 2 down. 2 down, top of the 6th inning. And that'll bring up Kais. Olivia Kais, 0 for 2. Kais steps to the plate with 2 down in the inning. Third baseman for Grandview, misses low. 1-0. Game 2 will follow. Thank you for joining us on the Dordt Media Network, presenting Defender Softball here on this Saturday. And a base hit for Kais. Lines a single over the second baseman's head into right center field. The 2-out single, the 4th hit overall for Grandview. So Kais aboard at first with 2 down. And this should be Nevaeh Randall up for the first time. Came on to play first base last inning for Nolker. So Randall will be the batter with 2 down. Randall 1 out of 3 so far this season in 3 games. Freshman from Creston. And the runner takes off. Olsen's throw in time. Did they get her? Yes! Nice throw by Carly Olsen, getting Kais at second base. That ends the inning. We'll head to the home half of the 6th inning. Let's see if the Defender bats can come alive. You're watching Defender Softball, Dordt Media Network.
This live stream broadcast brought to you by Napa Auto Parts in Sioux Center, your source for quality automotive parts for your car or truck. Let them use their knowledge to help you find the right vehicle battery, brakes, filters, headlights, wipers, and other parts needed to get your job done. Napa Auto Parts in Sioux Center. Back at the American State Bank Sports Complex, bottom of the 6th inning we go. Dordt trailing Grandview. Grandview, a team receiving votes in the NAI preseason poll. 3-0 is the score as we head to the bottom of the 6th inning. Well played ball game, quick ball game. Due up for the Defenders, Brooklyn Cox in the number 9 spot, and then the top of the order. Cox has the lone hit for the Defenders, a 2-out single back in the 3rd inning. Cox followed by Rule, Olsen, and if anyone should reach, it'll be Tyson. And the pitch from Wall Jasper misses high. 1 ball, 1 strike to Cox. Cox transferred into the program last year from Southwest Community College in Oregon. She's a senior from Brush, Colorado. And fouls the next pitch off. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Brooklyn Cox. 1-2 the count. Walt Jasper. The pitch. And it's fouled back. Still 1-2. Got a pitching change. Maddie Huseman, senior from Ankeny, comes in for Wall Jasper. Wall Jasper went the first 5 innings, gave up 1 hit. Struck out 5, no walks. This is Huseman, senior from Ankeny. She's 1-0.
making her second appearance, first in relief. She went 5 innings, gave up 5 hits, 3 earned runs, walked 1, struck out 2 in a win over Mount Morningside yesterday. Must have been in game 2. Ground ball to the first baseman. Up with it is Randall. Touches the bag, 1 out here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Wall Jasper in line for her second win. She cannot lose it. 1 away, top of the order coming up for the defenders in Rule, junior from Aurora, Colorado. And Rule flies one to right field. That's caught by Alex Lee, the Grandview right fielder, and there's 2 down. So Rule is retired. This will be Carly Olson, who threw out a potential base runner to end the top of the 6th inning. See if she can come away with a big hit here. 2 down and the base is empty. Defenders need to rally. Takes outside, ball 1. Olson hoping to give Tyson a chance. Aurora Tyson on deck for the defenders. And the pitch outside. And it's 2-0 to Carly Olson. Two and 0 the count. There's a strike. 2-1 to Olson. Carly Olson, senior from Spirit Lake, Iowa. Next pitch is high. 3-1. Hitters count for Olson, who's 0 for 2. Three and 1, good hitters count for Olson. The pitch in there for a strike, and the count is full to Olson. Olson with a full count. Payoff pitch coming up from Maddie Huseman. And Huseman set to deliver the 3-2. Swing and a miss. Huseman with a strikeout. Led to the top of the 7th inning. Dordt down 3-0. Grandview coming to bat. We'll have it for you on the Dordt Media Network in a moment.
Today's broadcast is brought to you by Rental. Get ready to power up your projects with equipment rentals from Rental. From heavy-duty machinery to the latest power tools, they've got the gear to make your projects a success. Visit them online at rental.com or call 712-722-3928. Today's broadcast is brought to you by NewTek. At NewTek, they don't just sell equipment, they deliver performance, reliability, and innovation. Their team of experts is there to guide you every step of the way, ensuring you find the perfect equipment for your needs.
Today's Dordt Media Network live stream broadcast is produced by the students of Dordt University. Thanks for watching.
This Dordt Media Network broadcast is brought to you by Sioux Concrete Construction. Rob Suen, owner, excelling in flat work, poured walls, decorative concrete projects, dedicated to providing customers with a good experience and quality workmanship. SiouxConcrete.com.
Top of the 7th inning we go from the American State Bank Sports Complex. 3-0 Grandview with the lead over Dordt. Grandview coming to bat. It will be Randall, Kotlowski, and Harmon, the 7, 8, 9 hitters in the order for Grandview. 3-0 Grandview. Alexa Kapaska has thrown extremely well, has limited Grandview to just 3 runs, 4 hits. Of those 3 runs, they are unearned on an error in the 3-run 5th inning for Grandview. Foul ball off of the lower leg of Randall. Evens the count at 1 ball, 1 strike. 1-1 the count to Randall, who took over at first base mid-game for the starter, Nolker. And the 1-1 misses outside. 2-1 the count to Nevaeh Randall. 2-1 the count. And the pitch from Kapaska. Kapaska at 76 pitches. She's been pretty efficient. Swing and a miss there. 2-2 the count to Randall, 1 strikeout, 4 walks for Kapaska, who's given up just 4 hits. And the pitch, fouled off by Randall. And we'll do it again, 2-2 the count. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Leadoff hitter for Grandview in the top of the 7th inning. And the pitch from Kapaska. Well hit, right center field. That's a gapper. It's going to go all the way to the fence, and Randall will have extra bases. A stand-up double to start things off in the top of the 7th inning for Randall. 5th hit of the game for the Vikings. And now batting will be the shortstop, Chloe Kotbowski, sophomore from Des Moines, Iowa. Leadoff double for Randall. Stands at second with nobody out. And Kotlowski shows bunt. Takes the pitch low for a ball. 1 ball, no strikes to Kotlowski. Kotlowski 1 for 2 with a run scored. Coming into this at bat. And puts down the bunt. Kapaska has it over to first. Plays at 1 and has it. 1-4 with the sacrifice. Randall advances to third with 1 out. And that'll bring up the center fielder, Olivia Harmon. 1 for 1 with a run scored and a walk. Kotlowski with a successful sacrifice. 1 away. And Kapaska starts Harmon off with a strike. 0-1 the count to Harmon. Strikeout would be huge here for Kapaska. Or maybe a pop-up in the infield, hard hit grounder where the runner at third does not go. Keep it a 3-run game. And the bunt is pushed foul, picked up in foul territory. Good play by Bryn Toringa, the third baseman for the defenders. 0-2 the count. Now that might take away the bunt option here with 2 strikes. And 2 the count to the number 9 hitter Harmon with Lee on deck. And the pitch outside. It's a good miss by Kapaska. See if he can get her to chase. 1 ball and 2 strikes to Harmon. Top of the order coming up next with Lee. Runner at third is Randall. And the pitch misses high. 2-2 the count. Randall led off with a double. Advanced to third on a sacrifice by Kotlowski. 3-0 Grandview. And the pitch from Kapaska, and a swing and a miss. Big strikeout for Kapaska. There's 2 down. Runner at third is Randall with 2 down in the top of the order with Alexis Lee, the batter. Harmon strikes out. Lee is the batter. Lee put down a successful bunt last time out that led to 2 runs in the 5th inning. First pitch is a ball. 1 ball, no strikes to Lee. Miracle on deck. And the 1-0 pitch coming. Misses low. 2-0. 2-0 the count to Lee with Randall at third, top of the 7th inning. And the 2-0 pitch. Swing and a miss there. Good pitch by Kapaska. And it's 2-1. Two balls and a strike to the leadoff hitter Lee. 2 down, top of the 7th for Grandview. Grandview in front of Dordt, leading 3-0. And the pitch. Just missed. Good looking pitch by Kapaska. And it's 3-1. 3 balls and a strike. Hitter's count here for Lee. Trying to get an insurance run in. Randall at third. after the leadoff double. The pitch misses low, and Lee walks, a 2-out walk. Runners at the corners and 2 down, and that'll bring up Kylie Miracle, the second baseman. Miracle today 0 for 3 against Kapaska. This is her 4th AB against the sophomore Kapaska. 2 down in the inning. The pitch. Slow line drive caught by the shortstop Alyssa Villa, and that ends the top of the 7th and the threat. We'll head to the home half. Last chance for the defenders, down 3-0 against Grandview here in Game 1. We'll have it for you on the Dordt Media Network in a moment.
Today's broadcast is brought to you by NewTek. They're your partner for success when purchasing equipment for construction, manufacturing, ag, and other industries. Don't miss the opportunity to transform your business and redefine your productivity standards with NewTek. Today's broadcast is brought to you by Rental. Looking for top-notch rental equipment? Look no further than Rental in Sioux Center, Spencer, Storm Lake, and Sioux Falls. Rental, your regional equipment rental experts. Visit them online, rental.com, or call 712-722-3928.
One thing I always say is who's surrounding your kids. We feel strongly in investing in a Christian education. Knowing that they will be surrounded in a Christian community was huge to us.
Dordt Challenges, they're not going to back away from having those difficult discussions about how we as Christians should be part of the world, but we know that the people that are alongside of our kids have that same perspective, same worldview that we have, that every square inch of our lives belongs to the Lord.
And leading off for the defenders as we head to the bottom of the 7th inning. Dordt down 3-0. Leading off is Aurora Tyson, who's 0 for 2. Maddie Huseman, who came on to pitch the 6th inning on relief of Wall Jasper, pitched a scoreless 6th inning. And Tyson pops one. And it's going to be caught by the third baseman for out number 1. Tyson flies out to the third baseman, another roof shot. Defenders have had quite a few of those in this game. And now batting is the designated player, Chloe Croyce. And Croyce seeing Huseman for the first time. Croyce 0 for 2. Croyce, the cleanup hitter, 0 for 2 on the day. 1 ball, no strikes to Croyce. The pitch, big cut at that one. And the count is 1 ball and 1 strike. The shortstop Villa to hit next. If anyone should reach, it'll be Steenstra. And the 1-1. This is low from Huseman. 2 balls and a strike to Croyce. Minnesota Crookston leading Mount Marty 4-1. Line drive on a comebacker caught by Huseman. And there are 2 down. Croyce hit it well, but right back at the pitcher who made a nice play. And it's down to Alyssa Villa, the shortstop. Villa 0 for 2. Villa 0 for 2 on the day. And the pitch, and Villa grounds one into the gap at short. Long throw for Kotlowski over to first in time, and that's going to do it here for game number 1. Grandview wins game 1 over Dordt by a score of 3-0. We'll take a break. We'll come back and wrap this thing up and tune into the Wireless World post-game show in a moment. You're watching Defender Softball, Dordt Media Network.
Today's Dordt Media Network livestream broadcast is produced by the students of Dordt University. Thanks for watching.
One thing I always say is who's surrounding your kids. We feel strongly in investing in a Christian education. Knowing that they will be surrounded in a Christian community was huge to us.
Dordt challenges, they're not going to back away from having those difficult discussions about how we as Christians should be part of the world, but we know that the people that are alongside of our kids have that same perspective, same worldview that we have, that every square inch of our lives belongs to the Lord.
And welcome back to the American State Bank Sports Complex. Game number 1 in the books. Grandview wins it over Dordt. 3-0 is the score. Your line score, Grandview 3 runs, 5 hits, no errors. Dordt, no runs, 1 hit, 1 error. The win goes to Jessica Waljasper. She goes to 2-0 on the season. She went the first 5 innings. Maddie Huseman gets the save. She came in with a 3-run lead. So Huseman her first save. The loss, Alexa Kapaska falls to 0-4. For Dordt, Brooklyn Cox had the lone hit for the defenders, 1 for 2. And for Grandview, 5 different players had 1 hit. Alexis Lee had 2 RBIs. And in terms of runs scored, Hagel, Kotlowski, and Harmon had a run scored. Grandview improves to 3-1. Dordt falls to 1-5. Game 2 will come up next here on the Dordt Media Network in about 30 minutes or so. Until then, this is Matt the SID signing off from the Dordt Media Network.